Hello, everybody. Just going to wait until a few more people get in the room. And I'm going to post this on my other channel, so hang on one sec. Okay. All right, sorry about that. So everybody knows how much I love doing YouTubes alone, but this is necessary. So I'm going to tell the real quick story because I was very skeptical of, these divination rods at first. And I'm just going to say how I actually got into them. So Jeff, the Christian whistleblower, definitely who I've done many shows with, who's a great friend of mine, got me into these rods. Okay. And I've been using them and I love them. So then I go home for Christmas and my dad, I asked my dad and I brought these home and I said, do you know what these are? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, I've got a set of those in my truck. Those are divination rods. They only work for a few. Oh, they don't work for everybody either. So they work for me. So moral of the story is, long story short, my dad, he's probably watching this right now, was in the hospital and he was sick at the beginning of the year. And he's like, Heidi, he goes, ask those rods if I have cancer. Okay. So this is my parents, like they're kind of into the astrology, but not so much. They listen to it, but they're not like me. Okay. 100%. So, but my dad asked me to ask the rods. Okay. So, but I'm going to say that I absolutely love these things. There's definitely an interesting energy with them and they help me with my astrology predictions and they're just fun. Okay. So this is for entertainment purposes only. And I will say I convinced my dad to start making rods. So today I am going to open up the box, the new rods, because he sent me new ones. We already have fruit flies. And I will say that I love Jeff's rods too. So I always think it's good to have two sets of rods. Now I have three because I'll ask them all different questions. Now, they've already had to make friends, okay, because these rods are a little bit more feisty. That's because they were my first rods and they're a lot like me. But the rods, I will say, it's not a bad idea to have two sets to make sure they say the same thing. And I'm going to say another interesting thing. And okay, so we're going to open these up. And my dad, so my dad's going to start selling. Well, he already did. He's already sold a few sets for sure. So, and I'm going to show you them. Oh, these are nice. Look at these. Look at the pink tips or red. My dad loves red. Mars, he's a double Scorpio. So, okay. The first set my dad sent me were the construction rods, okay? And they're spikes, like they're crazy and they're really long. So I'm really excited to get these new ones. And he's made them. Okay, so you see these, they're extremely long and they were a little too long, but I like the length of these. These are perfect. So these are 18 inches. They're still long. They're not as long. So we're going to cut, what is this? These are 2 feet long. So a little bit shorter, but they're still long. Plastic grips, they're great, amazing. But I will say the answers, like if you ask these rods, give me a yes answer, give me a no. My neighbor even will say when she tried them out for the first time, her yes and no is different than my yes and no. So each set of rods could be different. Like I'm going to ask these rods. I have never used them, so hopefully they work. Sometimes they take some time, but I'm sure they work just fine. And if they don't, sometimes they just have to get used to the energy, So, and I thought honest to God, at first I thought like these were batshit crazy. Like I just thought this is the most hocus pocus thing in the entire world. But if you do some research and some history, and I even asked Cliff High, when he was on my last live about the divination rods, and he said that they can work absolutely. So, I would say that you can't, if you do get them, you can't abuse them like how sometimes I do. If I want to know something for myself, like they don't answer questions for me. They answer questions for everybody else, but not me. So you have to understand when you get them, don't be like, oh my gosh, am I going to so-and-so this day and this day? Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? You have to They're kind of snooty sometimes. So, all right. Oh, and my dad's, if you want to order a set of rods, okay, this is my dad's email, and I'm going to post it in the chat. And my dad's email is Bill, B-I-L-L, at, and I'm going to put it in the chat right now, Pigozzi, P-I-G-O-Z-Z-I, excavation, EXCAVATION.com. That's his email. And I know he's definitely made a few sets for sure. I sent John Hogue some rods he doesn't know yet. He's going to be excited. Hold on. Bill at Pigozzi. That's his email. All right. So just so you know, this is my backup live streaming channel since I'm temporarily banned still on my live streams. Hopefully that's going to get resolved soon. God, I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, hopefully that guy doesn't, and their new guy, my new troll doesn't come to this. All right. So anyway, I'm going to start. Hello, guys. All right. So show me a yes. They're already working. Show me a no. All right. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Okay. Just so you guys see, they all work. Show me a yes. These ones take longer because they're so long. That's a yes. Show me a no. See? Okay. This is crazy. Show me a yes. Show me a no. All right. So I have no questions to ask the rods, but I'm sure somebody in here does. So I'm going to scroll up and just start with rods. We have at least 20 minutes of rods. Hold on. We're going to give them a whirl. Does any people better have some questions here? All right, so let's see. Yes, I do think the rods get jealous of each other. All right. Are my dad's rods the best? Whoa, those things went fast. They were like hitting each other. All right. Will red coin do good this month? And sometimes they don't answer. If they don't know or they don't want to answer, they just don't. Okay. So just so people know, like I've asked it a lot of questions and they just don't want to answer. So is Planet X real? All right. Hold on. I gotta put this on slow chat. Is Safa Good Humans going to open up a store in the near future? Yes. Is Dr. Stephen Greer legit? I have to say, no comment. Marlon, weren't you talking smack in that last show that I just saw? Saying something wouldn't even climb a mountain with me? Sure, I'll ask for you. Ask if Marion Thompson will find the treasure on the trip. Is there a big earthquake coming this month? Will the latest Iran-Israel incident lead to global war? Doesn't look like it, but it's gonna. Do you see how they both didn't say no? It's gonna lead to it's gonna lead to something. So that's what sometimes it could be. Like you're not asking the right question. So I don't forget I don't forget anything. Like I don't. I might forget the name, but I don't forget like the picture of the screen name and the comment. I read everything. I read every comment. And real quick, I just want to say something. Not to put a damper on this Rod Fun thing, but I just want to make it very clear because somebody didn't understand that I don't do readings without birth times. So I just want to make that very clear right here, right now. Unless you're okay with it being 50% accurate, which, you know, I don't do readings without birth times. And like, I don't even do that, quite honestly. So I'm not even going to say that I do. And the way I do my readings, once you pay the money into my PayPal account, it sits there. Yes, you're right. You know what else sits there? You sit in a list. Okay. And I don't even pull your chart and pull the information you fill out on my website until the day I'm getting ready to call you to schedule your reading. So if you put money in and you didn't put your time, you're going to get a refund probably. There's a chance you're going to get a refund. There's a chance I'm going to just say, did you have your time? And, you know, so because some woman scheduled a reading with me and got all pissy and decided to post this all over Twitter. So that's my policy. Yes, it sucks. I know it's the worst policy in the world, but that's what I have to do because I have a full-time career in real estate. I sell homes, new homes. So I am like at work physically in a model home 24/7. So when I come home and on my days off, I do readings. So I don't have time to like read everybody's comments and read everybody's notes in the thing prior to scheduling the reading. So I don't even look at your thing until the 30 to 60 days. So I'm getting caught up a little bit, but you know, just so you're, I just had to make that extreme. And don't get a reading if you don't know, just don't get a reading if you don't know your time. There are astrologers out there that do birth rectification, and that's, you know, do that because I'd love you to find me one Vedic astrology, the astrologer that does readings without times. What they're going to do, they're going to say, we need your time. Let's rectify it. And it's very expensive, like $400. So I'm very reasonable priced. Okay. Probably one of the most reasonable prices you'll get for an astrology reading. And I don't want to raise my prices. So that's why there's a longer wait. And that's why I'm sure that, you know, it's a shittier policy, but you have to, it just is what it is. But I can tell you that I don't think anybody's been just like satisfied all the readings that I've done. So it sounds like everybody has gotten something from it. So I just wanted to make a note of that because that's what I do. I'm not like a Rod person. I do Vedic astrology readings. So I just wanted to say that because I don't want anybody to be confused how my horrible system works, but that's just what it is right now because of the time that I have. Okay. So let me go back up. All right. Okay, there's lots of comments here. I just want to see where I left off. Okay, that's a good one. Ask the rods to show me a maybe. Can you show me a maybe? Oh, look at that. It's a stationary. So maybe that's the maybe. Oh, I thought that was that they didn't want to answer. That's a good one. Okay. It's a good question. Is Bashar a victim? Oh, now they're going to do the maybe. Wow. Okay. Maybe. Oh my God. They're going to pull the safe answer now that there's a maybe. Oh my gosh. I should have never asked them that. Will Sherry Spears move this year? No. Will Life's Too Short see a friend in Europe this year? Oh. No. Oh, they're being slick. They're doing a swipe. Oh, did Ji Chin cause an earthquake? The earthquake. No. Will Matthew Cook have more children? I don't know what that means, but that's not a maybe. So will Matthew Cook have more children? They don't want to answer that. Sometimes they don't want to answer like personal questions like that. Let's see. Athena. Hi, Athena. How are you? Well, Athena, will she have an epic weekend? They like you. Oh, I knew they would. All right, Alex. Will Alex M be famous? Will I be famous in my life? Will Alex M be famous in his life? It's not a no, but it's one of those weird answers. I'm not asking that question. To the hour am I born? No, and look, birth times too, just another that reminded me of this. When I say I need your birth time, it can't be what your mom thinks, what time she thinks you were born. My mom is a nurse anesthetist, okay? She thought I was born at noon. I was born at 1:38. So you can't go off of what you think. It's like got to be on the birth certificates. And another thing, if you do not have, I'll say this again, because if you don't have your birth certificate, what you do is you call, well, this is in the United States. I know there's other people who live in different countries. It's different. But you call the county birth records and you ask them for you request a new one, but you have to write a note on it and say, need time for astrology, or they will send you a new one without the time. Why? The woman told me, because birth records aren't in the computers after a certain age, like mine even wasn't, so basically they have to go in a vaulted room and go get the times. That's why they send you a new one that's stamped certified without the time. So that's just what the woman told me, and it worked. I know. How do people not know that? I've told that every time. I know. That's honest to God. And she said, oh, and you're okay with taking my money, aren't you? It'd be one thing if I took the money and I didn't give it back to her, but I gave her a refund before I even scheduled it. And I said, I refunded your money. I didn't even, so like she was just being a little feisty. So it is what it is. Some people just, okay. Hi, hello, guys. Should Mickey Clement, how do I know that name? Have I done your read? I think maybe I gave you a reading. Maybe not. Should Mickey Clement go to West Virginia next week? Oh, that's a no. Is the big 5D wave of energy coming in the year 2018? Is the big 5D wave of energy coming in the year of 2018? I know. I agree. Thanks. At least some people can see that because I think I make it pretty clear about that. So yeah, my rules are prudent for me. You're right. You know what? They're my boundaries because I can't because I don't want to. Here's what happens. If I force things and try to force my own policy, this is why my website sucks so bad, because I can tell you if I feel like I have to do something and you're controlling my schedule, I won't do it. I'll stop this whole thing. So it's got to be a horrible system for me. And that's unfortunate for, for other people, I know, but that's the only way I can function with my job. So I can't, I mean, my job, if somebody wants to write a contract, there's a chance I could call you and say, hey, I can't do the reading today. So, I mean, that's how bad it is because, you know, that's my real career. So unless I raise my prices and get a lot more readings, it's going to be like that for a while. So, oh, shoot. I'm going to just do. Alex Fox, go on. Okay, you and Jenny were right on. Your readings are spot on. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. It's a fake war. That's what. Oh, let's see. Let's see if it's a fake war. Is it a fake war with Iran, and Israel? Maybe. Oh, man. They don't want to answer that. Does static electricity affect the rods? I hope not, because I've got Uranus in the first house. All right. It might make them better. Does static electricity affect the rods? That was a fast no. Oh, I love when they answer like questions when, you know, I have no, and people are like, oh, they're going to answer how your energy is. Okay, maybe, but I'm going to tell you, if you have intuition and you're psychic, maybe they're bringing out that psychic energy. I mean, maybe. But I personally think there's something to these rods that's not just my energy. Because somebody said, oh, I see it in your hands. I can tell you, I can hold these rods straight still. Like I especially these really long ones right here, just because they are so long, like you don't even have to put them back in place. And the reason I put them back in place, like you don't have to put the rods back in place. Do you have to put the rods back in place? No. Why? Because you don't, but I have to do it for time. That's why I do it. So when people are like, oh, you bring them back up and put your thumbs on them, that's just to hold them straight and to ask them the question. So my neighbor, Crystal, let's see if they know this. What is Crystal's yes? Watch this. Show me how you answer Crystal, yes. If she sees that, she's going to have a heart attack. Okay, I'll have to show her that. That's her yes, no joke. Because she's molded into those rods. These don't know yet. All right. Is Azael, oh, I don't even know how to say that name. Azel? Is Azel stalking? Wait, that's too confusing. Sorry, you have to say that a little bit. Your name sounds like the name, and I'm kind of confused. And I don't want to say your name wrong. Hold on. Is Ozaida Ben have a stalker? Yes. I'm not doing the birth times, guys, because then people will just be asking birth times. Yeah, if everybody gets a set of rods, you can find out your own birth time. Just kidding. I don't know if you necessarily can just find your own birth time. I wouldn't necessarily trust the rods on birth time. I mean, maybe I would. I don't know. So once again, if you want to get these rods, it's bill@pagosiexcavation.com. I'm going to pin it in the comments. I spelled it at the beginning of the show. And yeah, they're like perfect. My dad's like a perfectionist. He can build anything. That's why I told him to build rods. My dad can literally make anything. Whatever you want to fix and whatever you want to build, he can build it or fix it. He gets anxiety when he saw how I hung pictures. All right, so let's see. Will July 10th, I was waiting for some crypto questions. Okay, So will July 10th be a good day for the crypto market? Will July 10th be a good day for the crypto market? Okay, from an astrological standpoint and from a chart standpoint and from the people that I know that I do readings for that are crypto investors, lots of them I do. I'm going to say that, like I said, I say this a lot. Everybody's charts look a lot better in September. Okay, so September is when I see a lot of it changing and stuck here. A lot of it changing and increasing. I think we're going to have a good 2 months. I think June and July are going to be great. But then I think there's going to be some ups and downs. Like I said, this entire year is going to be completely like all over the place. There's going to be no, it's going to be all over the map. Will Bitcoin go over 11,000 in May of 2018? I think it definitely will. I think it definitely will real soon after the 15th, because the 15th, there's a specific trigger in the Bitcoin chart. Here's the thing with these charts. Okay, so if you know this, I was doing the charts one way with the birth times, but then I changed my ways because I did a reading for the founder of Populous because I liked his chart and I just wanted to talk to him. So what made me feel confident, even more confident, was his reading. Okay, so his reading matched up to the same type of thing. Great things coming, changes and all this stuff. So positive things. Nico. So with that said, though, we have to still look at cryptocurrency. It's all a new thing. Bitcoin's the head honcho. So I really do like Populous because Populous is sort of like the loan, like for businesses and stuff. I think that's, if I got it and understood it correctly, that was the intention. And it's good. And his chart looks like that. Like it's crazy, actually. But once I was talking to him, trying to figure out the time that it came out was impossible because he was like, well, it was around this time on this day because it went to China at this time. So like there's a lot to it behind the scenes that you really can't, go by these times. So what I think is to go by when the actual thing was registered, like official. So for instance, Bitcoin, you can go see whatever crypto is registered on like online, which is official, and the exact time. Somebody did it for me and somebody found me the dates. So with that time, that's the chart I go with Bitcoin now. And in my Cosmic Insight app that I talk about all the time too, Dr. Arjun Pai was on my show. A specific trigger point for Bitcoin financially is the nakshatra of Kritika. Well, we're about to have a full moon in Kritika on the 15th, a new moon, sorry. So I think it's going to be quite remarkable. And I think it's really good because also Venus is in Taurus and Kritika is in the nakshatra of Taurus. So it's going to be a good month for sure. But the only thing is right now we have a lot of planets retrograde, right? Saturn's retrograde, Jupiter's retrograde. So it's not going to be in full force until all these planets are moving ahead. Saturn retrograde, Jupiter's money. So Jupiter retrograde puts a big damper on the thing, but so does Mercury. Mercury came out of retrograde. That's great. But Mercury always goes into retrograde. It goes retrograde a lot. But the fact of the matter is Mars isn't that significant for money, but that's more like power. But for Jupiter, okay, so with the crypto chart, I have it as a Libra ascendant. Jupiter per Vedic astrology is in Libra. So the second house is Scorpio for a Libra ascendant. Jupiter is going to go into Scorpio after September. And this particular pattern is in every financial things are in every single person that I do. Like I can see immediately if somebody's a crypto person. I'm usually like, are you a crypto person? Yeah. Okay. So that's 100% after September with the big switch. So that's kind of how I feel. But it's a long-term thing. Like I say, I think it's not going anywhere. I don't think Bitcoin's going to be like I think it's like the gold. I do. But that's why I think I like it. So Alrighty, sorry, I had to divert there, but did Comet Ping Pong move location? Okay, let's just go with this. Did Comet Ping Pong, my neighbors, did Comet Ping Pong's conspiracy, no, I don't, not the word conspiracy. Did Comet Ping Pong's secret, what's that word? I can't think of the word. Okay, did Comet Ping Pong move locations? Well, you know, I can't think of the word, so we'll have to, somebody put in what I'm trying to say. Somebody knows what I'm trying to say. Do gray alien hybrids walk among us? Maybe. That's maybe, just in case everybody knows. That's what they mean. That's a good question. Will the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle go ahead as scheduled this month? That was a yeah, but that was like the slowest yes in the world. Will Kevin be financially okay if he moves this year? Yes. These rods are slower. I'm gonna let everybody know because they're lighter. They're stainless steel. So that's why they're slower. But I kind of like, that's what I really do like. It feels like they're actually moving differently, you know? They all work. I'm just saying. That's why I like this material product. I have a few related questions to nail down what I need to know. Okay, should Fearless Bodhi nail down, wait, should Fearless Bodhi rethink future career plans? Oh, they love this maybe, don't they? Maybe. Is she, or is this Fearless Bodhi, I don't know if you're a woman or a man, is Fearless Bodhi still doing right by waiting for the timing to feel right? No. Sorry. Maybe you need to search a little bit more, you know, do some more investigations. If I said that right. I made my own rods, but they never answer any questions. Dang, they're just telling me it's none of my business. Ask your rods if my rods are nuts. Oh, okay. Are Bonnie's rods nuts? No, that's weird. Okay. Is Bonnie, okay, I'm going to be honest. My dad's rods are the first, these are the first ones that like started immediately working. Sometimes you got to work, you got to like, these had to sleep in my bed, under my pillow, and in my bed with me for like 3 weeks. I'm not joking. They would not answer me at first. So that sounds crazy, but that's what they had to do. They slept in bed. I had to like soften them. Then I had to ask if they'll all work together to make sure none of them got mad at each other. Because I want to ask them that, because these ones, since they're so Heidi, they're stubborn and they're like a pistol. They're my personality. And I can be like kind of an asshole. So they take on your personality. So what happens is, okay, when these answer a question, these ones could, I was afraid these ones could be like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to answer this 100% the other way. And I like to show people in my readings both sets, and I confirm it, you know, like confirming it with both. I do it. Crystal is going to be so excited because she gets these rods. All right, so let's see. Did I figure out God's code? I hope I recorded this video. Jesus God. I did, thank God. All right. I have a question actually for these rods. Is Heidi going to get her YouTube live stream back on her main channel in the next week? Fuck. Bastards. All right. Is Heidi going to have to wait the full 90 days of her punishment for streaming a live, controversial, ridiculous, sorry, YouTube show, because I played the facts, police scanners. Well, Heidi, sorry. Will Heidi have to wait until July 9th to get her live stream back? That's right, because it was June 9th. All right, that was a quiz. That was a test. Will Heidi have to wait until, will Heidi get her YouTube live stream back any sooner than June 9th? Oh, my God. Oh! Sorry. Will Heidi get her live YouTube main channel live stream back before June 9th? Looks like it. All right. So make sure you subscribe to my backup channel just in case it happens again. And I even have a manager now. So now, you know, things shouldn't be happening like this. I was stupid. And what I did was I fought it before I should have waited, but I didn't know he was going to like accept me. All right. So let's see what else is going on in here. Los Angeles County is refusing to give me the time. That doesn't surprise me. Maybe it's the city. 2018, my goal is to get more time. I did Canada. It didn't work. All right. No, I'm not doing readings tonight. Wait, what is it? Actually, I was going to say I would do a reading tonight, but you don't have all the right information. 01021, I don't know that birthday. Or that is that maybe your... I'll do one, whoever's birthday I see first. But remember, month, day, year, city, location, time. Okay, I'll do one. I'll pick the first one I see. Guys, these questions are kind of like, can we just get some more interesting questions here? Sorry. Oh. Will 5/21/18 be a fun day for Chuck? Yeah. You showed Jenny's role in maneuver. I know, right? That was hysterical. I saw that. I was like, Jenny, you just did like a freaking martial arts dive. I don't know. That wasn't even a martial arts. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, I'll ask about Litecoin and Bitcoin price. All right. So this is the number I think, and it's funny because I just found this guy, John McAfee, which I really like him actually. And this guy that interviewed him recently, I didn't see the end, and he kind of did something I thought was kind of shitty. But anyway, tried to like call him out on something. But long story short, it's funny because the number that he said, 78,000, was the number I kept saying. If you watch anything, I'm like, I think it's going to be around 78. For some reason, it was around 78. Is Bitcoin going to hit 78,000 in 2018? Watch. Is Bitcoin going to hit 78,000 in 2018? Is Bitcoin going to hit 78,000 in 2018? Maybe they were doing a crystal yes. I don't know. Is Bitcoin going to hit 78,000 in 2018? Is Bitcoin going to be close to 78,000 in 2018? These are so long. Okay. So, you see. Is Bitcoin going to hit close to 78,000 in 2018? Maybe. Is Heidi wearing a pink shirt? It's pretty crazy. These are 2 feet long, just so you know. That's why they take so long. They were my dad's construction rods. All right, so okay, Bitcoin. Now I did do Litecoin. See, I feel like okay. Well, Litecoin hit over 2,000 in 2018. Well, Litecoin hit over 2,000 in 2018. Fast, yeah. Well, Litecoin hit 5,000 in 2018. Well, Litecoin hit 10,000 in 2018. Wow. They like Litecoin. Well, Litecoin hit 12,000 in 2018. Okay, we're getting slower though. So, but that's good, right? I mean, that's good. So somebody asked me if Populous, which this made him happy. So he was like, well, Populous go over $500 in 2018. And you know what's weird? I didn't use these rods. All right, so can the rods do birth time? Yeah, you could sit there and ask the minutes. I did. Was Heidi born at 13:33 p.m.? Was Heidi born at 13:38 p.m.? That's what my birth certificate says. But those rods told me 13:33. But they told my mom 13:38. So I don't know. Sometimes I think those just don't like to answer me. Should Kevin move to Florida this year? Should Kevin move to Florida this year? Maybe should Kevin Heitkamp move to Florida this year? It's a slow yes. So should Kevin wait until next year? No. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy question. Are you sure you want me to ask it that? Did Melanie's brother accidentally kill her aunt and my mom is keeping it a secret? Okay, so did Melanie's brother, this is crazy. I feel bad asking, but okay, but I'll do it. I definitely will. I love to ask these kind of questions, you know. I asked this about my grandfather Dad, if you're watching this, remember I asked you, I said, do you think Grandpa was ever killed? Do you think it was possible? Because he died of lung cancer at 40, very young, randomly, quickly, very quickly. Didn't smoke. So, and he was a Mason. And my dad's not a Mason. Okay. God, that's going to stir a conversation, I'm sure. So hold on. And I'm not saying not all Masons are bad. There's a lot of great Masons. I'm sure there are lots of them. But Dad, the rods were, I asked, and that's what I kept asking you about all of his brothers. Remember? It's like, what was that guy like? What was he like? Did Melanie's brother accidentally kill her aunt and her mom is not telling her? No. Good. Aren't you happy? Don't be mad at her anymore. All right. No, I do not do rectifications. My mind goes too crazy with that. No, no, no. I just saw that somewhere. Oh, we have a lot of comments in here. All right, I'll ask like a few more questions. Just who are the YouTube Please 20-year-olds? Oh my God, that's so freaking funny. I'll ask that. That's a great question. Are the YouTube Please 20-year-olds? Are the YouTube Police computers? This is weird. That's weird because my manager said the same thing. He said that's what they are. They're computers. All right, let's see. I don't know. I got to go back. I'm just scrolling down. I missed a lot of comments because my mouse went to the bottom. Is there any significance of being born on the 4th of July? I know 2 people that are, so I don't know, maybe. Actually, 2 of my neighbors, out of all my neighbors, 2 of them have July 4th birthdays. They're both very successful. I like to talk at third person. Did my evil sister forge? Is that forge? Okay, did ND's evil sister forge ND's dad's will? No. I think that's what you made a typo possible. Maybe. That's the thing with the rods, with the pendulum. It's funny because I don't know. I feel like the pendulum you can move too much, like it's too much in your hand a little bit. That's my opinion. This is different. I'm more skeptical about a pendulum, and I'm not saying they don't work because a lot of people use them, and I think they're great. This is more of like a scientific thing. I think like you can find wells with these. Okay, wells, energy. So think about that. But yes, I have asked the rods so many selfish questions for myself, and they won't answer. They'll just sit there, and then they get mad. And then they won't talk to me for like 2 days. So I don't ask them anything for myself anymore because it just, oh God, I'm just going to be honest. I wouldn't go skydiving in 2018 if I were you. That's just my, especially with all these planets, Mercury retrograde, or with Mars and Saturn. And no, don't go. I wouldn't go skydiving. I mean, you can go skydiving, but don't be making any necessary risks this summer. Should cryptic art go skydiving this summer? Should cryptic art go skydiving May 21st, 2018? All right, looks like you could go, but you're crazy for going. That's just my opinion. Should I buy a current rental property? Okay, I'm going to give you some astrology advice on that. Sometimes with Mars retrograde, you want to do it before Mars goes retrograde because Mars is real estate and property, and you want to see how that sits in your chart if you make that decision. My friend Liz was asking the same question. I got to ask something for her too. Should Liz send Brendan to private school? Liz, 10th set of rods that say no. I got to send her that. You got to be really cautious about buying property. I should not be saying this. God, I'm going to jinx myself during a Mars retrograde. Okay. So it's a good question because I really like Q. Is Q a psyop? No. Heidi, what is going on? Shit is crazy. Is shit in... Wait, Heidi, what is going on? Shit is going crazy. I don't know if that's a question. Will Heidi be a universal problem solver? Oh, will Heidi be a universal problem solver? Maybe. Well, I don't know. I don't think my rods have any mojo. Maybe they just don't like you yet. You have to, like I said, you have to warm them up. Sorry, it's just true. These rods didn't like me for 2 weeks. And don't ask them questions about you, selfish questions about you until later. because they didn't answer me until my friend had a question and it was serious. And I asked them, and that's the first time they worked. Will I ever do nakshatra compatibility? I do nakshatra compatibilities, but will I do a YouTube video on it? Not with me talking about it, but I use it in my readings. But like, I can never date a moon in Maga. It's a curse. And an Aslasia, moon in Aslasia. Yeah. Or marry, whatever. I'm never getting married again, I'm sure, but date. They're bad. They're fun. Like moon at, now, a Maga ascendant, yes, you can be friends with one. Heidi can be friends with one, but can I date one or marry one? No, there's something called, there's a curse between the specific nakshatras that it's literally like a karmic thing. It cannot be together. So I don't know though. Do I necessarily 100% believe all that? No, I don't. I probably would date one. I have dated one actually, so didn't work, but I still don't do things because of astrology because I'm rebellious, so I will test it. Wasted a lot of time. But will I go on a date with somebody without knowing what time they're born? Hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's see if these want to answer this because other ones don't answer. Will Heidi ever get married again? Okay. This is exactly what every other rod say. Watch. Will Heidi ever get married again? Is that weird? Okay. I'm going to do Melanie's because she was the first one I saw, and then she re-put her time in. We'll do that in a second. I'll ask 5 more rod questions, and I'll do a quick reading for Melanie. 6. $19.75. 16. And thanks for everybody for coming over here and subscribing to this temporary thing. If that little troll does something to this, he's done. Okay, so $617.71. Oh, look. No, 75. Jesus, I lost it. 75, 1631, Pittsville, Massachusetts. Okay. 5 more rod questions, and I'm going to do this chart. That's a stupid question. Heidi, stuff is going crazy. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. People are going batshit crazy. I'll just say that. Literally, lots of them. I mean, it's kind of scary out there. I feel the most sane I've ever felt. I got so much stuff accomplished today. It's crazy. But I have, listen, everybody's talking about this scary K2 Mars conjunction, which it is. Like right now, I'm going to tell you that because where I work, I always say this, it's by Fort Meade, okay? NSA. A lot of the people in the military are going to have some heavy Mars, Capricorn conjunctions, heavy like Saturn conjunctions, heavy Mars, heavy K2. Okay, that's just military people a lot of the times. Now, when things get all out of whack, I'm going to tell you the driving situation for me is dangerous right now. For everybody, it's very dangerous. There were so many accidents, because I know all those people have that in their chart. There were so many accidents on the road, the alternative road I take, the one where all the military people drive on, which that's the one usually to go on because at least people that have been in the military can drive. Maryland people cannot drive. They think the left lane's the freaking slow lane. It's so frustrating. I want to make a live YouTube every day in the morning and just bitch about it because it's so annoying. Maryland drivers are the worst drivers. I want to throw them in the middle of Pittsburgh and be like, get home. Haha. without a GPS and see what happens to them. Sorry, friends in Maryland, but it's true. You're horrible drivers, like the worst drivers. Like, I don't know where you learned to drive. I mean, I could drive blindfolded better than them. Anyway, I had to get that out. So, but when I was going with this, lots of accidents. K2 and Mars. K2 and Mars is accident prone, okay? But for me, it's going to probably work out pretty nice because it's in Capricorn, my third house. Like, I'll win the battles, courage, hard work. Like, I can feel it right now because third house for me is Capricorn. So I can feel my sales picking up, my communications. Like, I'm more on task right now because of K2 and Mars are together because they're in my first house. And I can tell you, though, for a lot of people, it's hard. But I have this every day of my life, okay? So, but K2 and Mars conjunction is such a hard conjunction to have, period. Luckily, it's in Capricorn. That makes me feel a lot better about it's more of like uncovering things, I think, secrets. Because I can tell you, I was real secretive when I was younger. Real secretive. Real bad. So. He's graduating next year and still not sure what he wants in his life. I didn't know what I want. I still don't know what I want in my life. So don't worry about that. Don't put too much pressure on him, I think. That's my opinion. I had no clue what I wanted to do in graduating school, college, anything, like never. Is the antivirus guy? I'm a little behind. Okay. When will the national debt be unpayable? That's a question they don't talk. It's a yes or a no. It's a good question. Are Muslims, are Muslims, Jews, and Jesuits working together to create a one world government? Oh, God. Is Trump going to call out all these fools soon? Is Stormy Daniels, I'm going to ask the rest of the questions, I've just decided. Is Stormy Daniels a part of Nexium, and is she branded? Was Stormy Daniels hired by the DNC? Is Stormy Daniels just trying to get famous? Uh-huh. Does Donald Trump have all good intentions for the United States? Maybe. Oh my God. This is how you know. Look at that. Oh my God. And my dad made it. My dad loves Trump too. All right. My whole family does, actually. Okay. So does Donald Trump have all good intentions for the entire world? Kind of. Slow yes. Is Donald Trump just trying to appease all parties? No. Is he acting like a Scorpio? He's going to hit him with one big sting real soon. I knew it. That's the thing. So his Scorpio moon, per Vedic astrology, he is a Scorpio moon conjunct K2. So this is basically almost like having K2 conjunct Mars. It's very psychic, extremely, he's 10 steps ahead of everybody. He's not going to act like it. He acts like an aggressive MAGA, make America great again, Leo rising, okay, with Mars in the first house. Kind of like how I do. I act like way more aggressive than I really am. It's like it's just how we are. But then deep down inside, he's more secretive. Like he's more But he's 15 steps ahead of anybody, period. That's just the way it goes. So oh my God. So, holy shit. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Okay, of course he is. Yes, everybody asks me these weird questions, but I'll just confirm it really good. Is J-Snip the real deal? You know what J-Snip is the real deal. I've seen his chart. Is J-Snip the real deal? Oh, is Crypto Dragon? I was like, yes. Okay, is Crypto Dragon that is on J-Snip's well, look, we just confirmed that because somebody else asked me that before. Is Crypto Dragon that is on J-Snip's channel the real deal? Maybe. All right. Is Cliff High the real deal? Yes, of course. Well, I'm going to ask about that other guy. Is John McAfee, you know what's really weird? The day before I watched his video, I bought that McAfee antivirus for all my computers. Is John McAfee the real deal? No. Okay, maybe he's got a little different, you know, he's a little indifferent. So is John McAfee I don't know what to ask. Sometimes I just don't. I draw blanks. So I'm going to say it. No, Scorpios are not going crazy right now. Well, it depends. Like, are you talking about a Scorpio sun? Maybe. Scorpio risings, no. They're actually dealing with a lot of people's craziness is actually what's going on. And weeding out a lot of people. Friends, teachers, people, you know, just like beliefs. They're being very nice, humanitarian. I'm losing my mind with females. Well, that's a different story. That's how your chart is. Will Trump drain the swamp? It's a good question. Okay, last one. Then I'm going to the chart. Will Trump drain the swamp? Maybe. If he's allowed. Yeah, I got a question. All right. I have to ask it a question for my last client. Should Carol quit her job? Maybe. Should Carol quit her job in 2018? It's more of a yes, but it's not like a fast yes. So should Carol quit her job within the next 60 days? Oh, that's funny. Do you see how that works? Carol, exactly what the chart said, exactly what the card said. And look, see, I didn't ask the right questions. If you don't ask the right questions, you don't get a right answer. That's funny. Did I have to ask anybody else? I feel like I did. One of my other clients. No. Okay. I don't know to ask. I don't know how to say his name right, but is the leader of Israel corrupt? Maybe. Oh my God. Maybe. Oh God. Is Putin corrupt? It's so true. I totally don't think he is either. I think he's about the most legit human being that there is. Not a saint, but I think he's like, all right, you guys are stupid, you know? Is Trump and Putin friends? We know that. I did a relationship compatibility with those two on Rex's channel once, a long, long time ago. There was a question I had for them about this whole thing. So many things to ask these. Is Iran building nuclear missiles behind the scenes, even though they're not supposed to? That was weird. That was like a they're doing something, but maybe not the right question. That was a bad question. I worded that all funny. Is Iran's leader, are they all a bunch of actors? No. Good. Thank God. Did Trump really want to bomb Syria? I knew that. Is Iran the problem? Okay. Is Israel the problem? Wow. Is Russia the problem? Is China the problem? Weird. Okay. Is India the problem? Oh, that's an easy one. I said Saudi Arabia. I said Iran. Is Syria the problem? We know that's not. God. China. Is the South Korea leader a good guy? You should see his chart. Did North Korea leader, does he have alternative agendas? I feel that way too. I don't think he does. I think he just felt bad because all of his people were starving. I really do believe that. Are we the problem? Ooh. Is the United Kingdom the problem? Oh, God. That's fucking crazy. Sorry, Lizzie. It's true, though. It's so true. Does the United Kingdom run the entire show? That's why that little, and is France. Okay, so is the France guy part of it? It's Europe. Is Europe the problem? Maybe. Is Germany the problem? Is that France guy? I don't even know how to say the little guy's name. Is that French leader a bad guy? Maybe. Is Hillary Clinton going to jail? Will Hillary Clinton be on house arrest? Something. I'm not asking the right question. Oh, God. Will more politicians get fired in the next 30 days or resign? Is Jeff Sessions a bad guy? Is Mueller a snake? Are they ever going to find anything about this Russian dossier, whatever it's called? Russian collusion. Is the Russian collusion fake? Will they ever find anything on Donald Trump with Russia? Is Donald Trump's relationship on the rocks? Good. All right, guys, rods are over. Sorry, those were my questions for the rods. And hopefully you're subscribed to both of my channels. Now I'm going to read this person's chart. And if you stay around, I'll pull a card for everybody that watches for the week. Okay, so Melanie, Libra ascendant, Rahu and Scorpio, Rahu in the second house. You're a Libra ascendant, Uranus in the first house. So Libra risings really want balance, okay? A lot. But when you have Libra and the nakshatra Swati, it's ruled by Rahu, so it's a little not so balanced. It's a little like rule breaker, taboo breaker. Then you throw Uranus in the first house, that makes you like a little even more rebellious, okay? So you have this, the way you act is extremely different than how you think, because the way you think, you have a moon in Virgo. So you are kind of a perfectionist, like big time. You keep a lot of things into yourself. I feel like I've read your chart before. Your moon's in Hasta, very good with your hands. You're a really good researcher. Hidden things like behind the scenes photography. It could be a nurse, doctor. It's hospitals, jails, prisons. It just could be you keep a lot of things in. Okay, so your emotions in, your feelings in. You worry a lot. Virgos worry so much. A Virgo moon. So even though you don't act like this, you will think this way. So you'll be very like different than how you think. You might be very more vivacious. You're going to speak what's on your mind. You have Rahu and Scorpio in the second. You know, it can make you want to spend money, think about money a lot. There can be a lot of ups and downs with finances, but I'm going to say that it probably could work out nicely for you because you have K2. They say K2 is, well, actually, this is the reverse. So it can go a lot. Let's just say it can go up and down. Finances can, money can, savings and inheritance. You could get an inheritance. Good researcher, or you could work with money. There's like a really weird conjunction in your chart where I would say you worry about money, you want money, but you don't care about money to a degree too. Like it's weird. It's like you want nice things, but when you get it, you just don't really, so much care. But you're very artistic, very crafty, good designer. You can be a really good designer. And you probably like animals. Save the kids, like that type of thing. Really want to help people, humanitarian, big time. So you have a nice chart. So I'm just going to kind of get into I'll just try to give you some advice so much than tell you about your life. Like I said, here's the deal. When a Libra has Jupiter transiting their first house, it's not the most fun for a Libra because Libras want balance. What does Jupiter do? It's kind of like Jupiter. It's the same thing. Jupiter expands things. Jupiter makes things grow. Okay. So it's like, and a Libra wants balance. So it doesn't want like that of energy. It can make you like gain weight or it can give you opportunities though, for sure. It can definitely do that. But it's not the happiest there. So just like it's not the happiest in Virgo, like Jupiter and on my Virgo, it was, because I have a Venus in Virgo, it was stressful. I'm not going to lie. It was not fun in the 11th house. So finances got better, but they're better in the 12th house, believe it or not. So I don't say like Jupiter, wait until Jupiter goes into your second house. It's going to be a lot better. So after September, same thing for you. You could move. There could be some shakeups going on with home life and career. Could be a really good time for career, but it could be shakeups too, so depending on what you do, and I don't really have enough time to get into that right now, but it can give you opportunities, but sometimes it gives them to you with a price, like that. Could move your home life. You might start working from home more or, make some changes. So this is a great time to start new projects, write, new hobbies. Could be some issues with the siblings, some fights with the siblings. Whoa, that's the card I pulled. So I'm pretty sure that's probably right. Hostilities. So somebody's fighting. Okay. And Well, this is good. I don't know, like if there could be some fights over relationships, or maybe there's something going on in the relationship. It looks kind of like the relationship, though. All right, that's what you need to hear. Okay. Oh, well, this is good. So maybe this has something to do with a different. So maybe okay. This is good. So fights. So something's going on with a battle. Yeah. Okay. But, and depending, looks like something good with a marriage, relationship, like this looks positive. So something official, maybe a divorce. I don't know. It could be a divorce too, if you look at it. This is the first card. So let's just say, is Melanie going through relationship struggles? Maybe. I didn't clarify it, but so there can be some hostilities, okay? But looks like if you're single, maybe somebody could come in, possibly. I'd have to look around more on that. This is just me. Patience. I'm going to read you what this says. A beautiful angel holding a clock in the stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you that it's time to release the old urgency to look at things with a much clearer perspective. When it's upright, it's telling you to relax and let go of single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or make you happy, you're blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, and creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you're aware of. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let it come through. Hope that helps. All right. So now this is just in general, just to give people something until the weekend, till next show that I do. So, all right. Some advice to get us through this weekend. And I'm pretty sure that your outer planets are doing some interesting things. So. The crazy thing is Uranus just went into Aries. It's not in Taurus. Per Vedic, that's it's only 6 degrees of Aries. I'm going to tell you, I feel Uranus in Aries, not so much of Uranus in Taurus. That's for sure. That's West. This is Vedic. So, guys, it's the sidereal zodiac. Take a star chart app, stick it in the sky, see where you think Uranus is. Take a look. Oh, God. Wow. All right. Jesus Christ. All right. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. And I say that we have the rest and rejuvenation card. So it's a good time to rest. Okay. Definitely. Definitely people are worrying about money. Some people in here, I'm sure, are worrying about money. Broken hearts, relationships, okay, endings. The 6th chakra. I'm going to read what this says because I don't know anything about the chakras. I'm not a chakra person. So I'm going to tell you what this says. And hopefully this can give you guys some guidance. This card reverse makes you get clear. You have been lost in confusion, unclear and distorted thinking. But even in the state of mental chaos has been going on for quite some time, your lack of personal direction can be turned around. Take the blinders off and widen your perspective. Visualize the life you want. Live to live and the person you want to be, and make that your intention. It's time to break out old toxic thought patterns, whether they're habits of worry, doubt, self-criticism. It's also time to develop a clearer, healthier vision of how you want to perceive yourself and what you want your daily life to look like. Know that you are in charge of making it so. Meditate on Matron's strong presence in your brow center and see a beautiful indigo light spinning, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm just going to end on this. When I hear that and then I see this card, it's like stop focusing on all the negative stuff, because, sorry, crazy bug. Oh, I hate summer because of the bugs, but I'm like, all right, I'll be the first to admit I'm a Debbie Downer too. I worry. I think everything's coming to an end. I'm the same way. That's why we're all intertwined, right? We're truth seekers. We want the facts, But there is a tendency for every one of us that's watching this show, I guarantee you almost every single one, to focus on a lot of negative stuff. And in a way, we have a fun time researching negative things, okay? That's an investigator because we want the truth. We want the facts. And, we can dwell on the facts all day long. But if you're miserable, like some people love, like I read people's charts and I actually love researching negative things. Like it doesn't hurt me. It actually, I enjoy this. So sometimes this is people's way of, I said this to one of my clients yesterday. I said, this is maybe how you put yourself to peace, is researching. Because I know that's what I do. I do it with charts. All right now, but you got to have a balance. You can't be not practical. You can't focus on all the negative stuff. Okay. You can't, you have to look at all sides and, be open-minded to everything. Because quite honestly, if this world's a shitty place, there's a lot of people with a lot of bad intentions. Not everybody's intentions are, and just live your life the way you want to live. And this is a great time. Mars and K2 and Capricorn, I don't care where it is in your chart. This is like strength. Mars is exalted it's like the best place in Capricorn. And K2 and Mars are really happy together. They take on the Martian energy. That's why my Mars and K2 in the first house in Scorpio, I'm not a serial killer. Because it's like being an investigator. But when it's in Capricorn, it goes more like Scorpio is more wants facts, wants the truth, wants like the secrets. Capricorn's more like, let's get this to work and let's get things done. So when Mars goes retrograde, that kind of sucks because that's more of things slow down. But K2 is never, it's always going in reverse, so it doesn't mean anything. But like there are going to be times when Mars conjuncts K2. It's very intense. And it's going to be accidents because Mars and K2 is accidents, war, violence, terrorism. Absolutely. That's why a lot of Indian astrologers said I was so violent because I have that in my first house, but they don't understand. I had it in Scorpio. So it turns out a little manipulative. It's like it works around the system. It also is great for real estate. All right. It's great for astrology. It's great for investigating. It's why I listen to police scanners. Okay. So it's not always negative, but you're going to have a dark side. So there's a dark side to Mars and K2. And if somebody so there's going to be a lot of intense, crazy energy, not to mention with Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Mars is going retrograde. I mean, and Rahu's in Cancer. So this is a very, very, very intense time. This entire summer is. It's like, it can't get any crazier. Saturn's going back. It's going to the nakshatra of Mula. It's going to expose things. Saturn's in Sagittarius, per Vedic astrology. Take a star chart up, stick it in the sky, and take a look, see what you think. I tell everybody to do that. And Jupiter's in Libra. This is like, if Jupiter's morals. It has to do with morals, has to do with, so like there's going to be beliefs, and it's in Libra. So understand that a lot of people are going through, and this is how I get through my days, because I can be very irritable. Like I get annoyed easily, very easily, because I just do. Just know, like, and a lot of people are going to be triggered right now. So know that that's in the charts. It's in the transit. It's short term. It's going away. And, after the summer. So, but it's going to really get intense. It's going to be on edge. A lot of things are going to come out. There's just not going to be easy. This year is extremely, but the people that don't feed into all the bullshit, that take the opportunity, like you can sit around and mope about everything. Okay. Things are going to end. I promise you. Shit that you thought was never going to end is going to end. This is called like clean house. It really is. Okay. So things are going to end, and it's going to end like in a destructive, abruptive way, in my opinion. This is just what I think. And when it does end, you can either sit around and mope, cry, live a miserable life, or you can just take it and move on. Because I'm going to tell you, the people that sit around and feel sorry for themselves and can't get anything done because they're so hurt, they're so sad, they're looking for this, they're looking for that. Those are waiting for the world to end. Those are the people. The world's not going to, like the world, I know what I have to ask. I know, I just thought of it for one of my clients. Just made me think. Because I meant to do this on the last one and I totally forgot. Is there going to be a grid shutdown this summer? No. Will there be an electric EMP, EMF, EMF, EMP grid shutdown? No. Guys, no. There you go. That's for her, for Muriel. Okay, because I just don't think there is either. There's too much at stake. So we can sit around and think, oh, I remember in 2012, I thought the world was going to end. Worlds didn't end. Then we heard last year it was going to end. Every year they say the world's going to end. The world's not going to end. And if you sit around and wait for the world to end, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. Now, the people that actually can take advantage of this is where you can get on different levels, because everybody else, the majority of people are going to be a mess. So do you want to be the mess, or do you want to come up on top? Because that is the only opportunity. That's like what you need to do. This isn't energy to just like sit around and like float through it like, oh, okay, and dodge bullets. No, this is like, these people are going to be miserable and things are going to be brought to justice and shit's going to hit the fan. Or you could take it for what it is and move on. You're going to realize every relationship you're not supposed to be in. You're going to realize the jobs that no longer serve you. You're going to realize that you don't want this anymore and this, but this is like life. Okay. But this is and that's life in general. But right now, this is a fabulous time to be like, oh, I'm done, and walk away. Because Mars and K2 conjunct, I have this in my chart, it makes it so easy to walk away. And you can walk away with bells on, like a warrior, and you're fine. So take advantage of it. That's all I have to say. I hope everybody has a great night. And talk to you soon. This was way longer than I thought it was going to be. All right, guys. Hang in there. If I can end it.